Thank you everybody for joining us this morning. We are here with Stacy Russell, and Stacy is our Instagram guru. Thank you for being with us this morning, and we're really looking forward to stepping up our Instagram game and just getting a lot of really good content out there to post. So, Stacy, I'll let you take it away.
I'll just pop in a little bit. So Stacy, guys, we know that a lot of people are doing Instagram, but Stacy has kind of maneuvered into this niche of a realtor specific. And she was just sharing with us how she was at the bus conference. And so she's really kind of pipelined our business into it. And as we all know that a lot of people are using it, but a lot of people don't use it. And we are stepping into this world of millennials are no longer kids, but they're actually in the driving seat of purchasing, and so many of us are switching to Instagram. So if you don't want to be left behind, then follow through and take notes. And we are going to share Stacy's contact after for whomever would want to get in touch with her independently as well. And we'll keep bothering you as a brokerage, Stacy.
Awesome. I will carry off of that about the importance of using Instagram. So a lot of people kind of gravitate towards Facebook, and Facebook is really great. There's still tons of people over there, but Instagram is really where all businesses are coming to. So it's not just millennials over there. Big businesses are over there. And for a lot of people, they're no longer looking up your website to make sure that you're legit. They're looking on Instagram to see, are they active? Is this a real business? And it's so important. It's another funnel to your business. It's another way to show, like, your website is very professional and very polished, but Instagram gives us a deeper look into who you are. And that's really kind of what you're selling. So, you could definitely sell houses right now on Instagram. Like, I'm working with tons of agents and we're doing lots of virtual shows, but really what you're selling is who you are and why people should work with you. So without further ado, let's see here. Bam! Instagram for the modern day realtor. So let's see how I click through on this. Well, there we go. So on today's agenda, we're going to be talking about maximizing your online presence. You're going to understand how to connect and engage with your followers online. You're going to discover how to attract new followers, because that's the #1 question that I always get asked. How do I get more people? We're going to learn how to save time and effort, which is key for every real estate agent. So my philosophy is that Instagram should be fun. It's your own self-expression. If you have tech challenges, I will help you, because the main thing is that it's easy. And bonus, we're going to find out what I use to make eye-catching content. I'm going to give away all my secrets. So grab your coffee. You're more than welcome to take notes. You can screenshot any of this. And then again, Sabia said she's going to share my contact info at the end. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask me. And you can type in the chat, the Q&A, and you can ask questions along the way. So if anytime there's questions, just let me know, because I can't see that screen.
And Stacy, we're also recording this session for our agents that are not being able to join us. So there will be an extension of this to the rest of them.
Beautiful. All right. I get this. There we go. So the 3 things, believe it or not, it's this simple. The 3 things that get people to follow you on Instagram are your username, your profile image, and your bio. So we don't really think about how important this is when we go to set up your Instagram, but really it's super key. And the philosophy that I love to go to, my own kind of theory, is that the way that you choose what to watch on Netflix, or the way that you choose to buy a book, is the same way you choose who to follow on Instagram. So you're on Netflix and either like an amazing title captures your attention, or maybe it's an eye-catching image, a celebrity that you like, you love their movies, and then you click on that and you look at the synopsis and your brain decides, do I want to watch this right now? It's the same on Instagram. You look at someone's username, you look at their profile pic, you click on that, and you read the little bio, the little synopsis of what this person's all about, and your brain decides whether they're worth your time or not. So these 3 things, I know it seems super simple, but they're so, so important to your success. So here is my outline of having a really good bio. So your username should be clever, clear, and unique. Most real estate agents have their name with realtor on the end or real estate on the end, and that's good. And that's better than just your name because it says who you are and what you do. And I like that. But if you want to go even further, if you can get really clever and unique with it, you're going to stand out that much more from your competition. So I've done workshops where we're helping people change their name to things like buy and sell with Michelle. I know someone who's called the Nerdy Realtor. And so that shows like a little bit more personality. It's a little bit more fun. A couple of things that you want to steer away from is having any numbers in your name. So at the beginning, when you sign up to Instagram, if your name is taken, it wants you to have like 18 or 87 at the end of your name. That looks very unprofessional. So if you are someone right now who has numbers in your username, after this, you're going to want to take those numbers out. And what's awesome on Instagram is you can change it at any point in time. So the other thing is, if you have a really hard name to pronounce, to remember, or to spell is not ideal for your username. There's a separate spot on Instagram for your name that goes under your profile picture, so people can still find you by your name, but it's definitely something you want to consider. For example, I have a client with their last name is Clavero, and I can never remember if it's Calvero, Calvera. So they just changed their whole Instagram to Carlos and Christina. Really easy, husband and wife couple, easy to remember. And this is like Instagram, your username is like your business card. So it should be easy to say, it should be easy to remember, and you want to dish it out. Your profile image needs to be a quality image that is clear and bright. Should not be a picture of your kids, should not be a picture of your car. It's got to be a picture of you. The best picture that you can have on Instagram is a picture of your face or an intriguing image that shows your personality. And what I would say for that would be like, for example, the Nerdy Realtor. He could be wearing a blazer and a tie with a Superman shirt underneath, something different. Or I've seen like a really funny realtor who her picture is like her lying on a kitchen countertop with a martini and sunglasses, and she's wearing a blazer. You know, just something to show a little bit more of your personality is great. And if you can't think of anything like that, you just want something that is really current, clear, and close up into your face. So we don't want to see your torso or full body shot, because my last point here is it needs to be easy to see what it is. On Instagram, your image is smaller than a dime and it's not clickable. So logos are better for your posts. No words in your Instagram photo, and just zoom right into your face. So we can see a little bit of your hair, of course, maybe the tips of your shoulders, but not the full body. Okay, so your bio. Your bio is the most important part. It is the hook that will pull people in. Just like the synopsis on Netflix, you're like, am I gonna watch this now, or this doesn't really sound good, I'm not gonna watch it. You want people to click follow, it's all in your bio. So your bio tells your audience what to expect from you. It shows your value to them. And if there's space, you can include your location, your contact info, and if possible, a call to action that links to something of value. So things that you can link to could be your website, your blog, it could be a consultation. You could even do, this is a book that helped me in my business. You can get really creative with it. But the way that I say that you should write your blog is, especially for realtors, it's really simple. The first sentence is realtor in Durham, realtor in GTA, realtor serving Oakville. That's your first sentence. Just tell them what you are and where you work. The next part is so important, is your value statement. So you want to think about what makes you special. What is going to help you stand out from other people? Are you a negotiation specialist? Have you won awards? There's so many realtors that are like the top 2% ranking last year in Canada, all these kinds of awards. That shows your expertise, that shows your value. And then if you don't have anything like that, honestly, you could think of things like our mission is to help everyone find their dream home. You can think of mission statements. I worked with a couple that makes every transaction feel like you're VIP. makes you feel like you're going to live in luxury no matter what your income is. So you want to get really specific on your value. And if you need more help with this, ask someone who knows you really well how they would describe you to your friend, because that's your selling point, and it needs to be very, very, very simple. You only have 150 characters with spaces to fit it all in. So you've got to be clear, concise, and specific. So those are all my main points on username, profile, and bio. Once you have that really, really clean, then you can keep going. And just tweaking those alone from the people who have done these workshops, they've already had an increase in followers, so it works. So now, the features you must be using to stand out and be remembered. It's not enough to only be posting on your feed. To stay on people's minds, the following features are key to your brand's success. So these 3 features help get attention on Instagram. They're gonna help you grow your following, help you stay on people's minds, and they're gonna show your value. So we're gonna talk about stories, highlights, and hashtags. So these are your stories. When you go onto Instagram, there's these little circles at the very top of your page. Those are 15-second videos that disappear within 24 hours that appear on the homepage. So anybody that you're following, if they've recorded a story, which are these little circles, little videos, they're gonna appear at the top of your screen. So why you must be using stories? 1, they are Instagram's main focus. 40% of people are just watching stories. So just because you're posting things on your wall does not mean that people are seeing them. It's such a good practice whenever you post something to your wall, you also post it to your stories. Stories tell people where to go. So you want to tell them to come over to my page. I have a new post. You want to tell them, go over to my website. I have a new blog. Check out my new listings. Give me a call. All these kinds of things, you're showing them a direction and where to go. Stories also develop a relationship. So we all know right now you're looking at me and now you know how I dress. Now you know how I talk. You know that I like music. They help deepen your relationship with your audience. And stories make them want more. So if I go, because I do stories every single day, if I go one day without posting any stories, people are wondering, like, what's wrong with Stacy? Is something going on? Like, you stay on people's minds by always posting stories. And if you're posting stories and another agent isn't, you're already going to be on your client's mind. So here's my tips, my secret tips on creating great stories. Recent updates. So because stories disappear within 24 hours, we want to know what's been happening in your business and in your life within the last 24 hours. And I understand with COVID, it's a little bit different, but you wouldn't believe, just like that movie, The Truman Show, people want to be a fly on the wall. People want to have an insight into your life. How are you coping? How are you dealing? You can still talk about past listings. You can talk about past clients, how you're supporting clients, anything, how you're adjusting right now, you can talk about. You also want to promote your success. So you want to celebrate your wins, your challenges, and your happy clients. I often tell real estate agents that the best day to post is on Monday and do a recap of the weekend. What were your wins over the weekend? What are your challenges right now? And everyone has this idea that on Instagram you have to look perfect and be perfect, and they're really worried about looking bad. But quite honestly, if you share your challenges with people, it actually bonds you more. People want to help. People listen more to challenge. People want to see your success. They want to see you prevail. We want those stories. So don't be afraid to say, like, what challenges are coming up as well. You absolutely want to be educating people in your stories. So you can answer frequently asked questions that all of your clients ask you. You can give away tips and advice. So if your clientele is first-time home buyers, you can talk about so many things. First-time home buyers don't know anything. You could talk about, make sure you check the eaves troughs and that they're pointing the right way so your basement doesn't flood before you buy a home. You can think of so many things that people need to know about to educate your clients, and that's huge value. like stories really should be showcasing like who you are, the insides of your business, your happy clients, and educating people. And then lastly, you got to entertain once in a while. You want to show your personality, give them a sneak peek into your life. So I am an odd case. I'm a very comical person and I love to entertain, but not everyone is like me, and I totally understand that. Things that are entertaining can be anything. It can be a still shot of your feet up while you're watching your favorite show with a glass of wine in your hand. That's considered entertainment. People want to see just anything that you can think of. And sometimes, you know, funny things happen in our lives. So if you can capture it on a video, post it online and share it with your audience. All right, so that is stories. Must be using stories. Highlights. This is a really big one. So highlights are your best stories saved into categories that appear on your profile. So here's one of my clients, Gilmore Property Group. Don't mind the silly font, that's just based on my phone. But if you look underneath this profile, you'll see that there's these little circles. And to really look professional on Instagram, you want to have these as your brand colors. So that is one of the services I give to my clients. We make sure that all of their highlights are branded and really showcasing who they are and that they're professional and taking their Instagram seriously. Now let's get even further into this. Why you must be using highlights. So one, they show your value. Just like on a website, you have tabs that say services, blog, past listings, all these kinds of tabs. That's kind of what highlights are. So they highlight how valuable you are and why your followers should stay tuned into your account. They show the services that you offer. And I'm going to give you a secret tip a little bit later on. It's easier to post. It's easier to create posts and stories when you know what categories you need to fill. So you can use your highlights as a guide for your posts. What should you be posting? People are always like, I don't really know what I should be posting. Once you have really strong highlight categories, then it's very clear. You just have to fill each category up. And highlights help you choose your focus, and you get to show your audience what your focus is and what you want them to focus on. So a lot of people have highlights that just are called highlights. This does not look very professional. A lot of people have highlights of their vacations and things like that. Then that's what you're getting your clients to focus on. And if you think about it, it's like going back to the Netflix theory, your highlights are kind of like the trailer of your movie. They're going to give people a sneak preview into your business. So here are the suggested highlight categories. Your listings, what's for sale right now, showcase your products and your services. You can also do sold. So I like to do new listings and previously sold listings. And right now, because it's COVID, that's probably what you would focus on more. You can showcase more of your past listings, and you can talk about this was a great sale and tell a story about it. Why was it a great sale? What was memorable about this house? Things like that. You absolutely need to have a reviews and testimonials highlight. So just like on Google, you have Google reviews, or on Facebook pages, you can have reviews. On Instagram, you want to have a highlight that says your happy clients. And then you can do posts and you can put them into your stories and save them into your highlights. And you can get really creative with how you post these to make you really stand out. But you definitely want to feature the people you've helped. And I can talk more about that at the end. Like I already said, it's important to do educational stories. It's important to have an educational highlight. People want information. That is your value. That shows your expertise. So you want to answer frequently asked questions, give away tips and advice. And then, if you have one, highlight your specialty. Have you won awards? Do you have the best staging team? You want to highlight that stuff. You know, I often suggest doing like a behind the scenes highlight just so that people can see a little bit more. So if you can't think of what your specialty is, replace that one with a behind the scenes so that when you're doing like an open house and a walkthrough and a tutorial, we can see a little bit and hear a little bit more about you. Okay, the last one, and quite possibly the most important one. Hashtags. Everyone asks me about hashtags. What's my hashtag strategy? So today you are going to get an awesome hashtag strategy right now. So hashtags help you get discovered. You use them.
Stacy, can I pause you for a second? There's a question about where are these highlighted?
Where are they highlighted? So on your, let me just go back right here. So on your Instagram personal homepage, so not on the homepage that shows everyone else's feed, on the very right corner where you go to your personal page, your highlights are right underneath your bio. And if you haven't created any, that's probably blank. And there's a button there that says new highlight. So you can add new highlights, and any previous stories will be archived into your Instagram. So you can save previous stories that you've posted into your highlights if you make a new one today. Or you can set up your categories and then start adding to them. And I do like a whole walkthrough of how to do this. So if you need more help on this, just contact me. Does that answer the question? You basically create these highlights. If you don't already have them, you have to create these highlights. So that's the first thing that I do with every single one of my clients is we go over what are going to be your main highlights. And huge little secret tip, go look at your competition and see what their highlights are. Almost every real estate agent has for sale, sold, clients, info or education. Some have team. Amy right here, Gilmore Property Group, she has a full service highlight. So we talk about how she boxes clothes for people and does pod storage and things like that. So it can, like, you can do it any point in time, but they're so important to have. They make your Instagram look polished, professional, branded. So
Stacy, when I go to my highlights, I don't know if you guys can see or not. It shows me all my stories.
Yeah. So then so for example, if you're picking a team highlight and you click archive and you add photo, you can go back and look at any photos you have of your team and you can add them into your highlight. So it's like folders. You're saving these specific videos to specific folders. And the point is that because stories disappear within 24 hours, you want to save your best stories so that people can keep seeing them again and again into your highlights.
Right.
Okay. Hashtags. So hashtags help you get discovered. So if you want more followers, listen up. You use them to attract new followers and clients. Why you must be using hashtags? I already said it. You get discovered with hashtags. Help new audiences find you by hashtagging searchable terms. And I'm going to go over my best practices right after this slide. You can capture leads effortlessly by using branded hashtags to create engagement and connect with your tribe or clients. So for example, you can do really fun contests and giveaways by using hashtags. So for example, if you are a real estate agent with your picture on a bench or something like that, and you create a contest like Sit with Sam, then anyone who posts a picture and uses the hashtag Sit with Sam, you can follow that hashtag and you can see who is using it, and then you can go and contact those people. And you can get really creative with this by doing all sorts of contests using certain hashtags. And attract your ideal clients. So by using niche terms, you increase your chances of attracting your target audience by putting hashtags on all your posts. So here are the best practices. You want to use searchable terms. So we've all heard of like SEO for our websites and keywords. That's kind of like what hashtags are on Instagram. You want to think of short keywords. So what would your client search for? Probably your client is going to search for best realtor Oakville, best realtor Toronto. And even if you're not the best, and even if you're not someone who likes to brag about themselves, it's very important because as your client is going to search for that. So that is a hashtag you want to use. You want to use hashtags that showcase your area. So I hashtag Toronto Realtor, Realtor Toronto, Realtor GTA. So you want to include your location, keywords, niche terms to help your audience find you. So for every client that I have, after we've done their highlights, then we create their hashtag list. So you're going to hashtag, so everybody write this down right now. You're going to hashtag your name, first and last name. You're going to hashtag that you are a realtor and the location. So like I said, Realtor Toronto, Toronto Realtor, Realtor GTA, Realtor Oakville, wherever it is that you work. You are going to hashtag, you can hashtag like luxury realtor, first-time homeowner. You want to think of the searchable terms that your client is looking for. The next thing I will say is that hashtag size matters. So if you use popular hashtags, for example, for sale, you are less likely to be found and you will get lost among the competition because millions of people are using the hashtag for sale. So they're not going to be able to find your content if a million people are using that hashtag. So what I suggest is that you use hashtags with 400,000 hits or less. And the way that you do this is if you go to any of your Instagram posts right now, you go into the comment section and you put in a hashtag and you start typing out the word, what happens is Instagram starts to guess what you're trying to write. And it's going to give you suggestions, which you want to look at the screen because it might have some good suggestions for you. But you'll notice on the right of the screen that it says how many people are using it. So if a million people are using realtor, hashtag realtor, you don't want to use hashtag realtor. You want to use hashtag Toronto Realtor or Realtor Toronto because much less people are using it, so you'll be able to be found. And then the last 2 points are easy accessibility. So we talked about saving time and money. So save time, time and effort. Save time and effort by saving your best hashtags on your phone, on a notepad in your phone. Then add the specific tags to the post so you can continue to gain new views. So you want to create a hashtag list of about 10 to 15 hashtags that you're going to use for your brand every single time. Like I said, your name, your company, where you work, like those key hashtags. But then you want to add 3 to 5 new ones every time you post, because if you keep using the same ones, you're just going to keep attracting the same people. So you want to think about what pertains to this post. Maybe it's like all white living room. Maybe it's white picket fence. I'm just like thinking out of the box here. But you just want to add new hashtags for the specific post so you're always attracting new people. And then my last comment about this is that you want to insert your hashtags into the comment section. So hashtags can be an eyesore and they look like you are desperate for attention because that's what they are. They are trying to get you attention. And just so everyone knows, you can use up to 30 hashtags on a post. And you can do 10 hashtags, you can do 30 hashtags, but no more than 30 or they won't work. So instead of putting them under your caption, which most people do, they write their sentence, whatever the post is about, and then they put like all these hashtags under their caption. That can actually deter people from following you. So you want to actually post your picture, post your caption, and then go back into the comment section, go over to your trusty notepad on your phone, highlight your 10 to 15 already saved branded hashtags, post them into the comment section, and then add 3 to 5 new ones. That simple.
Easy. That's a really good point. I had no clue about that, Stacy.
Yep. Not a lot of people know, and they still apply, and it just looks so much better. They're hidden.
Right.
So if you're not hashtagging, you're missing out huge. Huge. You want to hashtag every single post, and you can even go back and hashtag all your previous posts. And I guarantee you, as soon as you do this, you will have more followers. You will have more views. So you can see right here in this example. So usually at a workshop, we do a hashtag list, but this is for you to do after the workshop. You're going to write down 10 to 15 niche hashtags. You can look up the size of the hashtags on Instagram by going into the comment section and starting to write out your hashtags. And then once complete, add them to a notepad in your phone. And you can see on the screen right here, as I start to type out Instagram strategy, and I haven't finished typing it out at the bottom, Instagram's populating. Did you mean strategy? Did you mean strategies? did you mean strategy spelt incorrectly, which 269 people are using? So it shows you how many people are using those posts, and like 1,000 hits is something I would use as well.
Which one would you pick out of those, Stacy?
So I would pick Instagram strategy, 29,000 hits. That's awesome. Instagram strategies, I would also use. That has 1,000 hits. That's great. I would not use Instagram strategy because it's spelled incorrectly and there's only 269 hits. And Instagram strategist, only 83 people are using that. So it's probably not going to get me a huge audience.
Mm-hmm.
So if you didn't know, now you know the features you must be using. So congratulations, you've just leveled up. Remember, you want to be using stories, you want to be using hashtags all the time, and you definitely want to create highlights. Now let's talk strategy, a simplified way to make posting easier for you. There are 4 types of Instagram accounts. And I'm talking like when it comes down to all of it, I've assessed so many different accounts. There's informative accounts, lifestyle accounts, aesthetic accounts, and specialty accounts. And why my specialty is realtors is because any other business wants to be niche focused, like so niche that you attract specific audience. What's awesome about real estate agents is that you need to attract kind of a general audience. So I'm going to give you a really great strategy, but first we're just going to look at each type of account. So really quickly, an informative account, the posts themselves have information on it. So here's one from, oh, my screen is from Realtor Pro. I've included like all of these accounts for you to follow if you so wish. So Realtor Pro has tons of these. So these would be things like marketing statistics, and I know lots of brokerages get these sent out to them. But basically, there's going to be information on the post that shows a lot of value to the clients, and you don't even have to necessarily read the caption. The information's already there. That's going to attract analytical people, people who really crave that information. Then there's lifestyle accounts. So it's not a picture of a sold sign. You're in there with your client. You're the focus. So a lifestyle account is going to show things about you. It's going to be, you know, like, are you a dog person? Are you a cat person? Are you married? Are you single? Are you divorced with kids? The more you post about you and your life and the things that you like, you're going to attract an audience that is similar to you. An aesthetic account is an account where the visuals speak for themselves. They are high quality images. The layout of your feed, the whole layout of your personal page is all planned out and looks beautiful. This is where it showcases your product in the best light. And then specialty accounts show your highest value. Maybe you're a negotiation specialist, maybe you're amazing at staging, or you have an eye for design. This person right here, Lisa in the City, she works in Vine. Oh, and let me point out, Lisa in the City, great username, right? It's different, it's fun, it's kind of like Sex in the City, like you are already intrigued by that username. But Lisa in the City is one of my favorite real estate agents because her specialty is comedy. So a specialty account is very hard to duplicate. Other realtors might be funny and might be able to do funny things, but they won't be able to do it like Lisa. Everyone's really different. So a specialty just showcases what makes you different. So let's talk strategy. You want to create content for your target audience. So we always talk about target audiences, and people talk about an age range and a demographic range, but here's what it is. Your target audience are the people you are already working with. There's something similar about all the people you work with. Maybe you work with people who are all divorced with kids. Maybe you work with dog lovers. There's something about all of your current clients that's working for you. So that's a part of your target audience. The target audience also includes people you want to work with. Who's your ideal client? My ideal client is someone who's a little bit struggles with tech, but is very successful and professional and will appreciate and trust me. You want to think about who's your ideal client, probably someone with lots of money. And then you want to also think about the people you don't want to work with. The people you don't want to work with is actually your target audience as well. You want to create content to push certain people away. That's why it's okay to put your opinion on Instagram. You want the people who disagree with you, you don't want to work with those people. You can actually create content to push them away. And you should. And how you do that is by including informative images and photos and videos of your lifestyle that showcase how and why you're special in an aesthetically pleasing way. That is what your strategy is. Oh, before I even get there, that is what your strategy is. As a real estate agent, when I got into this business, I actually waited a whole year to work with realtors because I thought, how on earth could you make real estate fun on Instagram? There's no way. That sounds super boring, just pictures of houses, blah. And I'm fun and I'm creative. And then when I came upon this strategy, I'm like, oh my gosh, like, you have endless amounts of opportunities and creativity that you can include. You could do all sorts of marketing statistics and information. You can just do quotes themselves that show your mindset. All the photos and videos of you and your life are going to make you stand out from other people and showcase why people should work with you. And that's really why you're special. And then all you need to do is lay this out in a layout that looks really good, which I'm going to show you right after. And you're off to the races. It's professional, it's personal, and it doesn't have to be a headache. It can be fun. So to make it even easier for you, and I mentioned this before, use your highlight categories to guide you. I just did a consultation yesterday with a stager who said, I've forgotten what I should be posting. And I said, look to your highlights. Your highlights guide you on what I should be posting. Okay, maybe I should talk about a previously sold post. Maybe I need to talk about secrets in Toronto. You know, there's so many cool blogs out there about what's going on in the city. Like, this is where people are moving to. Tell them what's fun about Toronto. So you really want to use your highlights to guide you, and to integrate these like two strategies. Use your highlights, but use these 4 categories, right? Because they're going to attract those people to you. So informative posts would be like tips, testimonials, or quotes. Lifestyle is easy. It's pictures of you or behind the scenes videos of you. Aesthetic is going to be using your brand colors. So maybe your tips posts are in your brand colors. Maybe your testimonials or your quotes are in your brand colors. And then we're going to talk about layout next, and then that's it. That's the rest of this presentation. And then lastly, your specialty is pics of your products or your service. It's going to be shots of that interior design. It's going to be shots of you with your clients really, really happy with their sold sign. Your specialty is your business. So your new secret social strategy is collecting content from each of these categories to create a professional yet personal looking feed. Planning out your feed. This is a game changer for all of you who need organization in your lives, and you need, like we talk about vision boards, this is kind of like creating a vision board. It's your planning, it's your map to your whole Instagram. So these are the planning apps that I have used in the past, and what I suggest for realtors is Planoly, because there's a schedule in there. So if you want to save more time and money, Planoly is the one for you. So what you do is you collect photos and videos from each of the categories we just talked about on the previous screen. You upload them into your planning app, and then what you can do is you can move the photos around to create an aesthetically pleasing layout. So you can do like a quote, a picture of you, a house sold, a picture of you, a quote. So nothing is side by side. You don't have
So you can go back and change it?
Yeah.
Like in your feed? Because
yes.
my feed is so messy. Oh my goodness.
Exactly. So, and that's what will turn people off. Like if it doesn't look planned out, people look like it just looks a little less polished and professional. So if you use and you made a great point, if people don't already know, on Instagram, once you've made a post, it's stuck there. You can't move it. You can't do anything with it. And sometimes you're like, nuts, I should have posted that one next. So this is the solution to that. On Planoly, you can move your posts around so you don't have 2 pictures of food side by side, 2 pictures of your face side by side. You want to plan things out. You don't have the same color photos side by side. You want to plan it out. And it doesn't matter if you're not a design person or if you're not an artsy person, you know, visually looking at, okay, this looks better beside this, and this doesn't look good there. You just know. And then the last thing to do is schedule your posts, or you'll get like a reminder that says it's time to post. So this is what I do for my clients. I collect like 12 to 15 photos, or even 30. We can do a month's worth of pre-planning in a couple of hours by using one of these apps. And then on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, I go into my app. Okay, this is what I'm posting today. There's a place that you can write your captions so you can plan ahead. It's so great. And what's really cool is when things change on a dime, you can just insert them into your Planoly. For example, like sometimes you lose a listing, or sometimes you get a listing and it needs to go out right away. You can pop those in and you can rearrange things around. So it makes everything so much easier. And here's your bonus secret, guys, and this is the wrap up here. So a bonus secret for you these are the apps that I use to create eye-catching content. Many people have heard of Canva. Canva is awesome. There's like ways to do Instagram posts, Instagram stories. There's all these new animated ones, which is really, really fun. However, I don't find it's the most simplest one. So if you're finding this is kind of tricky, check out Over. So Over is the one that's the big yellow and white circle. That's what I use, and you can make posts from scratch. So any of your quotes that you want used with brand colors, you can make quotes from scratch and you insert your brand colors and write your own posts. Any marketing materials that your agency sends you, if you want to just take a snippet of that, you can blank everything else out so it's just easier to look at. I find Over is really quite simple, and PicMonkey is the same. PicMonkey is the simplest. PicMonkey is like simple, but it doesn't have as many fun tools. And then if you need free photos, I'm sure people have heard of stock photos, those like cheesy, like buy this. Over and Canva has all these free, really professional photos. So if I look up Toronto in one of these apps, the beautiful photographers have taken pictures of like the CN Tower that are gorgeous, and I can talk about like our city in a post, and that image is free to use. I don't have to worry about crediting anyone or anything like that, and there's endless amounts of these in these apps, so you definitely want to check them out and use them to your advantage.
Stacey,
So
people
now,
are using music in Instagram, and I don't know how to add that.
so that's in your stories, and all it is, I can tell you right now, is there's a little, when you go to make a story, there's a little button at the top. It's a smiley face, and it's a square with like the edge of the smiley face is like flapped up. And what that is, it's called stickers. And on the main page, when you go there should be a button that says music. And if you don't have it, you probably need to update your Instagram, because there's always new features being added, and they get rolled out to different people in different countries and cities, like at different times. Like there's a new feature right now that's like a Zoom call on Instagram, and I can't find it. I don't think my phone has updated it yet. So if you don't have certain features, you just need to update the app. But now you have your own personal secret social strategy. You're going to set up, after this, you are going to set up your bio, your username, and your profile image, and make sure those first 3 things are strong and clear and uncomplicated. Next step is to create your hashtag strategy. Create your best hashtags and save them onto your phone, and go back and hashtag like your last 5 posts, and you'll see an increase in your following. And then after that, you want to start getting creative with your highlights, and now you have a posting strategy. So that is it. And if you need any more help, you are more than welcome to contact me. My website is stacysecrets.com. I have tons of testimonials if you're still not sold on this whole Instagram thing and how it can completely transform your business. And I would love for everyone to follow me. Secret Social Strategy is my business account. I give away free secrets and tips and advice all the time over there. Yeah, I'm here. I'm here to help people. I find that my audience is, or my target audience is a lot of people who find Instagram frustrating or find technology frustrating. And I don't know what it is in me, but I just have all the patience in the world. And every client that I've helped out through COVID, which has been over 200 people, I love that they leave feeling like, I can't wait to go on Instagram now. I'm excited. You make it fun. It's a place for your self-expression. And I'm telling you right now, it is an amazing funnel to your website. So if you're wanting more people to go to your website, then it's so important to have Instagram. Where do you find over you don't see it on the Play Store? How can you hide the people you are following? Is that possible? So you should, so I know that I had it on my Apple phone. I have an Android phone now. So you should be able to find it. Check out Over app. So it's like a yellow square with a white circle. And can you hide the people you are?
It's here, Jeff. Do you have an Apple phone, Jeff? You can see it. It's right there.
Yep, that's it. Talking about hiding followers. You can't hide your followers. But a really good thing to do is you can look at your competition and you can go and follow their followers, which is like quite a secret, but it's a really smart thing to do. It's something that Instagram allows you to access. So if you see an agent that's kind of similar to you or in your area, chances are people who are following that person are also in their area and they might want to follow you too. And it's a great idea. I mean, that option is out there. I think it's a really important thing that you are increasing your followers. Another great thing is to connect it to your Facebook. So all of your Facebook followers come over and you can sync it up to your phone contacts. So all of your past clients or anyone, you want to be adding your followers as well, or sorry, adding your contacts as well. So that will help you increase your followers too. I have an Android and I use Over. Any other questions before or while I still have you?
I'm excited to add music to my posts on my stories.
You know what? Even adding music to a still frame. So in your stories, you can do a video in the moment. You can post a pre-recorded video, or you can post just a photo. And if you post just a photo and you add music to it, it really brings it to life.
Mm.
David, do you use Instagram?
Actually, I have one of my employees sitting with me who's a really big Instagrammer. He actually has an account called the Realtor Society, over 1,000 users, and he started it 3 months ago. And BuzzBuzz actually reached out to him to be a keynote speaker as well about Instagramming. So he's been sitting here, and the whole time you're talking, he's like, David, you gotta, get on top of your Instagram. So he's absolutely have to. So I thoroughly enjoyed the presentation. It was very well done.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Well, you know what? It's something that I love. This is my full-time job, and it allows me to be really creative. It allows me to help people who are like really finding things like a challenge, and it brings your business to life. Like, especially right now, like we can't go into your brokerage, like we can't see you right now. So it is so important to have like your business and who you are online. It brings business to life, and it's very satisfying for me. I love it, and I like to take the stress out of it so that people can focus on what they do best.
Stacey, I'm going to bother you for a sec. So you go into making a story and you look for the sticker, right?
Yeah.
And you click on the sticker, and then what do you do?
So we'll do this. So if you post a photo and then you click on the sticker at the top with the folded edge, there will be an option that says music. So one of these little options is going to say music. So if you don't have that option, then you either need to update your phone or be patient. Some get this, I have like 10 different client accounts on one phone, and everyone's Instagram is different. The layout of everyone's Instagram is different. And on my secret social strategy account, I don't have music.
I have to be patient, it seems. There is no music.
I have to be patient.
Okay, fine.
Or try, like after this, try updating your app and you might get it as well.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Stacy. This was fun.
Good. I was thinking that. I'm just like, I wonder what other information sessions I've had, and I'm like ready to bring a little bit of fun right now.
Yeah. So if I call you up and I want help with this, you provide that service, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. I do consultations where I get to look at your Instagram, and I'm always going to start with what you're doing great. Then I'll tell you what you might be missing out on. And then I go deeper. Like if you want me to create your highlights for you, I can help with that. If you want me to create the categories, your hashtag strategy, I can help you with your whole plan. So it's really quite simple.
Stacy, can we maybe look at the brokerage Sutton Summit's Instagram account together, and maybe we can record that just to show people, you know, how you sort of go about looking at one of these strategies with your customers?
Okay, what's the username?
I think it's just Sutton Summit.
Second Summit?
Sutton. Sutton.
Whoa, there's lots. Sutton Summit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Be gentle.
So this is perfect. So you know what? Like, I don't think this is a terrible profile image because it's really easy to see what it is, that it says Sutton so clearly. So I don't think that's terrible. And this is because I'm guessing a lot of team members are on this, right? It's not just one person's account.
Yeah, it's, you know, for clients, for end users, and for agents as well, right? So we're trying to capture both demographics.
Right. So on a personal account, you want to have your image, but this, in this case, is okay. Let me look at this bio. Proudly Canadian. Love that already. Mississauga, Ontario, 150 plus. Real estate agents here to help you find your next home. Not terrible. Like, Proudly Canadian's good. I like that it says Mississauga, Ontario, 150 plus real estate agents, which is great. Here to help you find your next home. I feel like you could get more creative and more fun with that.
Okay.
Like what's exciting about getting your next home, or like what does a sense of home give you? Something like a little bit deeper.
Okay.
I would say you have a highlight that says events. That could be branded and professional a little bit more. You could create like a more professional cover for that. And you could use much more highlights. So if I go to suttonsummit.ca and I look at the tabs on your website, I would expect you to have similar tabs or highlights on your Instagram.
Okay.
I love that there are beautiful images and there's some informative pictures, which is really good. You don't have pictures of houses side by side, which is lovely. It looks, what I really like actually about this is that you say in your bio, proudly Canadian. And as I look at the photos, it feels Canadian.
You know what, that's something that we're really big on. Like, I don't want international real estate or anything like that. I really want local Canadian images from our neighborhood here.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I would say, yeah, you're not doing too bad at all. A little bit more friendly faces. So I'll let you know right now, for every single client, even though they don't want to post pictures of their faces, the top performing posts over a whole year will always be images of people, like they're real people.
Perfect. That's a really good feedback. I love it.
Yep. Other than that, it looks really good, really professional. I mean, you could brand it a little bit more, maybe like every post that you do with writing on it has the same colors. You've got a little bit of that, like right here, there's like, that's a branded post, that's a branded post. So just like having a couple of more of those will really help with the layout and help your brand awareness. Not bad. Follow that one now. New follower right here.
Hey. Yeah.
Love
So just to really make the bio a little bit more captivating.
Yeah. anything that can really like what is the problem that you are solving, like, is a really great way to look at it. What is the problem you are solving, or what do you help people overcome? Take the stress out of finding your next home. You know, finding a next home easily and effortlessly with our help. Anything like that. So
awesome.
Thank you so much for this opportunity. I cannot tell you how much it means to me. I am 33 years old, running my own business, trying to make enough money to hopefully have my own home one day and some babies. So anyone that you can send my way, this is Toronto's Instagram guru. She's the expert. That would be so.
I'm coming your way, Stacy. My Instagram page is so messy. I desperately need help.
Okay, so I look forward to hearing back from you. And I hope that everyone, if anyone who's listening wants to create a story and tag Secret Social Strategy, I will promote you and repost it on my post. The only thing is we can't do it today because it is Blackout Tuesday and there's like a huge movement going on. So just keep this in mind for maybe tomorrow or later this week.
Stacy, there's a good question because you said personal page a few times. So Rick has just asked should we use a personal or a professional IG account?
This is a great last question.
Yeah.
So for real estate agents, my kind of idea around this is you want it to be as easy as possible for you. So I really think it's a great idea to have a personal and business account all in one. It's just one thing you have to focus on. You can post a little bit of your personal life to showcase why people should work with you, and you can focus on your business. However, if you are someone who takes a gajillion photos of your children, a gajillion photos of your dog, a gajillion photos of the food that you eat, that could push people away. So if you are kind of one of those people, then it is a good idea to have a personal account that is private. For me, I noticed I had one account for the longest time on Stacy Secrets, but what I realized is my clients might not take me seriously because I'm so weird and like a comedian on my personal page. And I just wanted the freedom to really talk about what I'm learning in my business. It's more about like inspiring, so that my Secret Social Strategy could just be focused on my business. So on my business page, you won't see like anything about my life. The other kind of bonuses, so again, it's kind of like keep it easy and simple versus what do you want to be posting. And the other strategy that I'll give you is on my personal page, that's the Instagram that I'm looking at. So you'll notice I don't remember, like over 1,000 followers, but I'm only following 200 people because that's what I look at every day. And I want to make sure that I'm filling up my cup with positive things. But on my business page, I follow everyone that follows me. I follow tons of real estate agents in Toronto. I just follow people. And I don't look at my home feed all the time to look at everyone's stuff. I just want to increase my followers and I want to reach as many people as possible. So if you use Instagram to get inspiration or ideas and all that kind of stuff, then maybe you do want to have a personal account where you're following your favorite things and then your business is just like flooded with as many people as you can get. So it's like totally up to you. It can be hard to manage too. It also can be really helpful in clarifying, like if you just want to keep your family life private and just once in a while on your business page, post a photo of you, maybe once in a while, a photo of your dog, like you want to sprinkle in your life into your business one. And then your personal one can be just like all the pictures of your dog you want.
What do you feel about when people say that on social media it should be like 80-20? You should have a lot more personal, so that because that's what people stay interested in. And if you have a lot of work related, then they stop, like, I mean, in your core group at least, they stop following you or they don't react to your pictures as much if it's all work related.
So interesting. Everyone has so many different opinions of this. When I was educating myself in the space, I saw the 80-20 rule, it was reversed. It was like 80% your business, 20% your life. Like if it's about your business, you should focus on your business. But you're right. What I've seen actually being in my business is that people really like the personal posts. People want to see you with your kids. Wow, you're a real estate agent with your kids? Like, that must be a hard life. Or people just love kids. Like, if your target audience is women and you're posting pictures of kids, they're going to fall in love with you. But it's all about who your target audience is and who you want to attract. If you want to attract businessmen who are really analytical and focused and serious and rich, like, then you want to focus on just your business seeming really professional and polished, and maybe you just post pictures of you in business suits, and that's going to attract a certain kind of client. You could be anyone you want to be on Instagram, but it's best to just be you. And I think that it's a really good idea to post a lot about yourself, but do not lose focus of your business message.
Great advice, Stacy.
Thank you.
Yeah, great webinar. Like, you blew it out of the water. It was great. I'm excited about actually.
Awesome.
Going
That
online.
makes me feel so good. Well, thank you for the opportunity in doing this. I really, really appreciate it.
Thanks again for coming on board today.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having me. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Stacy. Thank you.